Hi, it's Nick from Deuce Gym Venice. First up, we're going to talk about the broad jumps. Today we want to be explosive with those. So when we get set, we're in our jump stance. You're going to look down. You want to be able to see your toes are there in line with your hips. We're going to take a big breath, reach up, and prep by driving hands and hips back. We want to create some tension in the hamstrings. It's like we're pulling an elastic band and then letting it go. And the letting go part is going to be you propelling yourself out as far as you can. So you're going to need some height on that. What you want to do is be fully extended in that jump position. So you're starting tall, loading that elastic band, and then getting tall again. Okay, we're talking plyo push-ups next. What I forgot in that broad jump was to do a Logan Gelbrich tuck so that I come correct. Plyo push-ups are explosive, but I make sure that I'm in this hollow position, creating as much tension in my body throughout the movement. Okay, so when I'm setting up, I'm not sagging, I'm turning on the abs, making sure everything's tight, and then I'm gonna explode, try to get an inch off the ground, even up to the fingertips if that's all I can manage. So we're coming down, explode, down, explode. And notice that even as I'm driving up and landing, I'm not letting any of this sort of movement occur. I'm staying tight. Challenging myself, I can go to a target instead. Down, exploding each time. If you need to scale that push-up, we're going to find an elevated surface for your hands, and everything that I talked about before is going to apply. Holding tension, holding that hollow position. Something to add in, whether you're doing scaled or unscaled, I want you to think about a piece of paper on the floor where your hands are, and you're trying to rip that into a V. What that's going to do is create some external rotation, engage more muscles to get this job done. So I've got this elevated pot here on my retaining wall, which I also used for my hip hop album photo shoot. I'm going to set up in that tight hollow body position, and I'm going to come down, explode up, down, explode up, staying tight that whole time. Anytime my hands are in contact with the ground, I'm thinking about spreading into that V. The whole time we're doing those push-ups, I want you thinking about keeping the elbow close to the rib cage, okay? No flaring out. We want to keep that external rotation that I talked about, and as the arms bend, we're tracking that elbow in close to the body. If you feel it brushing there, you know you're doing a good job of that. Again, that's going to help keep everything engaged, especially in this upper part of the body. So let's focus on that external rotation and that elbow contact through. I'll show you one in slow motion. Finally, we've got the jump squat. I'm going to set up by finding my squat stance, feet just outside the hips, toes turned out slightly. In a regular squat, we're going to breathe in, get some tension through the belly, come down to get the hip crease below the knee, drive the knees out, track the knees out over the toes. Stand up, squeeze our butt at the top. To do it plyometrically, explosively, we do all that, but we explode out of the bottom, holding tension, driving the hips forward to try to get about an inch or more off the ground every time. Keep that belly full of air. Each time I land, I'm hitting it in a quarter squat to give myself a chance to decelerate and then let that elastic band go again from the bottom, exploding up, driving the hips forward, glutes are tight. For the condi today, we have a 60-minute ruck for distance. That means I want you taking note of how far you went. This is an important milestone to kind of carry around in your head. I can hustle X amount of distance in 60 minutes with a heavy pack or a weight vest. For guys, we're looking for about 50 pounds loaded, for gals 35. You're gonna put that bag on the whole time, eyes up, eyes on the prize. You tend to go where you're looking, so keep it all tight, tense, don't be pulled back, don't hunch forward, stay engaged through the core, listen to a podcast, and really hustle, really dig deep on the mental toughness of how fast can you move in a hike for 60 minutes.